You are highly regarded for your legal prose. What do you think makes for excellent legal writing for a brief or a judicial opinion?
Well, I think it's probably different for a brief and a judicial opinion. And so I'll just, I think for the brief, the most important thing is clarity and, understanding what your best arguments are and making them clearly. And all the sort of rhetorical flourishes or anything like that. I mean, we get some really artistic, lovely briefs. We have extremely good lawyers in our court, and we have repeat players, and we have people who are very confident in their own brief writing skills. And sometimes you read a brief, and it is a little bit of a work of art, and you kind of think, wow, that's pretty terrific. But honestly, I mean, for most cases, what's most important is that the lawyers think about what their best arguments are and focus on those arguments and then make them clearly. There's nothing worse in my mind than struggling with a brief, right? Trying to figure out what the brief is saying, what the brief is arguing. And, I think that the Supreme Court is very fortunate because we have a fairly small, often a fairly small set of repeat players. We don't have to struggle nearly as much as all of you in the audience do. But when that happens, it's frustrating. And the lawyer, there's only a certain amount of struggling with a brief you can do. And so, that's a disservice to the client. So that's from a sort of brief writing perspective. Figure out your best arguments, make them clearly. Two simple rules. From a judicial opinion writing perspective, I mean, I think clarity is the most important thing there too. Clarity and focus is, super important for judicial writing as well. I mean, I think that the best judicial writers, if I think about who on the court, like I would think of as the best judicial writers, they all have personal styles and they have styles that differ from one another.